I thought I needed. So I thought I needed. Thought I needed. So I thought I needed.
Hey guys, it's the Frugalnista. Good morning. Yeah, I'm going to do a little free finding this morning. I'm taking y'all with me, answering a couple of questions that I got in the last video I did. I had a whole bunch of stuff that I found for free and have not done anything with it. And when I got those socks, I kept saying, okay, I got to get rid of those. I don't want those just sitting around because somebody could be using them. And I said, you know what, let me do a haul real quick. And I did. Thank y'all for watching it. It's up now. I put it up yesterday because I was going to put it on a Free Find Friday. Yeah, but it is a blessing. It's a true blessing getting the items that I find. One of the comments I wanted to answer, somebody asked if that was in one free finding session. No, it was not. That was multiple. Whenever I'm out now, I just peek. You know, it's just second nature to me. It's kind of like what I do now. It's almost odd for me not to go when I'm out and about, just to kind of think about what's in the back, because I've been doing it for so long, and when I really find some great items that I'm, able to use. This is the best time to me. This time of year is the best time to find for free, because Christmas is right around the corner, and stores make the majority of their money during the Christmas time. So whatever's on the shelves now, they're really tossing it out to make room for Christmas, with the hopes of trying to finish the year, strong. But I find way more this time of year than I do in the summer. Actually, I like finding in the cold. It's just people are in my experience, they're less likely to destroy it. When it's cold outside here on the East Coast, you're not trying to spend time, tearing stuff up, spray painting stuff. You're just kind of throwing it away and going back into the warm building. In the spring, summer months, if I'm out there destroying and I'm still getting paid and it's nice outside, I can have a cigarette, I can be on my phone, all in the name of destroying merchandise. So to me, it's just better this time of year for those reasons. Someone also asked, she wondered what it would be like. And I can't believe I'm even saying this one. What would it be like being caught? What happens to you if you're caught, doing what I do, finding for free? And using a word like caught to me, because it would insinuate that I was doing something wrong. Like I need to be caught because I'm doing something wrong. In my area, it's not illegal to do what I'm doing. I've checked, the laws. And if you're about to do something like this, and I'm not talking specifically to you, the young lady who asked the question, because she may not be. A lot of people, this is not in their radar. They don't want to do it. I almost assess, like how I feel about thrifting. When I see some of you thrift, that's how I feel about thrifting. I really don't have a desire to thrift. I haven't had much good fortune when thrifting, and it's almost like I have this preconceived thing when I go into a thrift store. A lot of the time, I just don't like the smell. I know that's strange, right? Yeah, but that's just me. I'm not a thrifter. The thought of putting on clothes that somebody else has had on and I'm paying, that's just not in my realm. I love watching your thrifting hauls, just like you guys probably watch me. A lot of you probably say, ew, I don't think I could ever do that. Well, that's kind of how I feel about thrifting. So, but if it is somebody who is thinking about doing what I'm doing, you're going to have to, or what works for me is eliminate any type of negative thought as it relates to doing this, because I truly believe that negative begets negative. I believe that in life also. When you think that way, you project that way, whether you even know it or not. I'm a true believer of that. I think when you think positive things happen to you also. So I put myself in a frame of mind to say, each time I'm going out to look, I basically say to myself, okay, I'm getting ready to go find some great free stuff that I can use, make good use of. Or if I can't use it, I'm going to figure out if somebody else can use it. If it's something that I know that shouldn't be there, I kind of think of it like that. Now, I always get the question, have I ever been stopped, asked, harassed, told not to do it, whatever. I've never been stopped by any type of law enforcement whatsoever, ever. Not even a security guard or security person. The only person that I would consider telling, this was way back, maybe 3 years ago, I was at a CVS, and this little young store employee from CVS told me that I could not have the bag I was about to put back in my car. And so what I did was I politely put the bag back into the dumpster, and I got in my car and I drove off with the other 2 or 3 bags that I had in my car before he came out. And that was it. That's the only time that I have even remotely been found out, or to use your term, caught. And that's what happened. So another time I was out looking for boxes. This is when I first started doing it. A young lady at a Hallmark store asked me if I was looking for boxes, and I told her yes. And she actually went in and got me some really, really nice boxes that I end up using. And that's what I kind of keep in my head. And if you're worried about that part of it, then squeamish, I suggest you don't do it. Work up the courage, work up the ability to do it without having those squeamish thoughts in your head. And I just say, don't even bring anybody who's not as enthused about doing it as you're doing it, because to me, those energies, I believe that their energy gets transferred to this space that I'm in, and I'm not trying to have that energy near me. I believe that with life also. Negative energies, I think it just, whether you want it to or not, and even if you're trying to be positive, but if you're surrounding yourself with negative, it's kind of the birds of a feather flock together mentality. If you get somebody who complains a lot and you're around that person who complains a lot, then guess what? 9 times out of 10, you might be a low-key complainer. If you're around positive people who are trying to do positive things, generally, I like to surround myself around that when I'm living, just living in this world. Positive begets positive, and to me, negative begets negative. That's how it's worked for me. And I think the more and more I really, really think about it, or really just trying to hone in on that, I really just don't deal with negative anymore. I just really try to cut it out of my life. And a lot of times it can be, something that you really, really can't, avoid. And if it's something that you can't avoid, okay. But you still can choose not to just wallow in it, especially in the name of trying to help somebody. Sometimes you just got to you got to take it to God and leave it, and then go on about your life. I'm not telling you to lead a person, but you're going to have to take their issue, how you deal with their issue, take it to God, leave it, and give yourself permission to go on with your life. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So I actually wanted to go and do some free finding to a place I'm about to go to now. I'm going to check 3 spots. I got to get back home by 12-ish. I got to take Magnolia to the airport. So I want to get back so she won't miss her flight. She's getting ready to go away. Hope she has fun. Yeah, so what other question did I have? I wish I could pull the video up and just go through the questions. Oh, the number one question that I always get, everybody wants to know my online store information. If you're new to my channel, I chose not to share that information via my YouTube audience, which you guys are. And it's really worked out well for me that way. I don't know too many people who have balanced YouTube and their business, or balanced having a source of income and YouTube, meaning sharing it via YouTube and being able to sell via YouTube. One of the main reasons is because I find that a lot of people don't necessarily want to buy from you. They just want to see what you're charging, how you're doing it. And then you have an element of people who want to try to mess it up for you. I'm not trying to say that the persons who are asking me that would dare do that, but it is still the internet. I am dealing with virtual strangers that would know A, my address, A, how I am making money, A, how, a portion of my life that most people don't really share. Like, I basically follow a lot of people, and I don't know too many people who literally, share with you or let YouTube control how they make their, money, how they choose to make money. And that's just, for safety reasons, for common sense reasons, I just choose not to share via my YouTube outlet. YouTube to me is a hobby. It's a great way that I am able to exert some creativity to put something out into this universe that I want to put out. I control it. And it's worked for me. So, yeah. So as you can see, I'm going to put my trusty gloves on. I'm going to, of course, they have the back door open, but I'm going to drive by this place, which is kind of good because I'm here. They're putting out stuff now. So let me just go through this way. A lot of times you guys want me to, yeah, and this place is so filthy. Yeah, I may check there though. Ooh, oh yeah, I'm checking back there. The back door is open, so they're going to put trash out. But this place shares a dumpster with a pizza joint, and a lot of times I just pass by it, even though they have some incredible stuff they throw away. It's actually a Kirkland store. And as much as I would love to get the stuff, prepared food places are the worst. So if you don't want to run into the nasty, yucky stuff, don't go to the prepared food places. Okay? Come on. Come on. Yeah, don't go to don't go to places that prepare food. That includes yogurts, coffee shops, nothing that has prepared food in it. It's disgusting. Yeah. So I'm going to try to stop here if I can. I see they're still putting trash out. They haven't started yet. The back door is just open. But again, it's nice outside. So a nice breeze coming into the back while I do this. Ooh.
Please fasten driver's seatbelt.
And they're getting ready to put stuff out over here also. So I got two places that are putting out stuff. But y'all wait 1 second while I go here. Maybe I can turn y'all this way. And I did that in real time so you could see. I'm in and out. If it is not on top, I don't bother with it. Ooh. Scared me a little bit. Saw a car behind me. And that probably came from me even talking about what I just spoke to y'all about negative. I try not to even talk about it. I really do. Yeah. So that little bit of, to me, the little bit of talking about being fearful, to me, just, it actually spooks me. It just puts a little, ugh, in my spirit, as they say. That's open. I would like to check there. Oh, here go my budget, guys. Oh, somebody asked me, I'm so glad they are here. Somebody asked me about how did I get that dresser in my car. You see that budget truck back there? The last time I came here, that budget truck was there and it was blocking the actual dumpster, which gave me the opportunity to really go look and see. And I'm getting ready to do the same thing now. That truck, if y'all can see, is blocking. It's blocking where the actual, where the dumpster is. So can y'all see these guys? Y'all can't see them. I'll take them out. Well, I don't want to take y'all out. But anyway, hold on. Well, anyway, I'll have to show y'all in a minute. Because see, this is the point I'm missing out. But that budget truck is blocking. All right. Did y'all hear me talking to him? He remembers me from the last time. And that's what these guys do. They actually take away the cardboard. That must be a little business, a little side business also. And I want to go over here. I think all those are done. Yeah, all those are empty. Well, let me check also. Y'all see that truck right there? He's the one that hit it for me. I'll be back. Yeah, it was nothing there. Yeah, but that's how I do it, guys. In and out, you get to see the same people who work. They're getting ready to put a compactor in at that Burlington. Boo, hiss, hiss. A lot of my places are going to compactors. But I was telling y'all a story how I picked up that cabinet in my last haul, that glass cabinet. There were 2 cabinets actually. And okay, are they still, the door's open? They're not. See, that's the thing about it. It's nice out today. The back door of this place is just open. So see over here, see right there? Yeah, that door is open and she's bringing stuff out. So I'm just kind of waiting on her to see what she's gonna bring out good. But in the meanwhile, I'll talk to y'all. I won't wait too long because again, they share a place with the pizza place. And again, if it's on top, I get it. That's just the, you know, that's another thing. I know the questions are, because, you know, y'all follow me. Hope that stays. And the question is about the ick factor, the dirty factor. Like, ew, it went in the dumpster. Anything that I get, you guys see it at my house. I'm real careful. I've just been doing it a long time. I may come back through here. Oh, let me go. Yeah, because I don't feel like really waiting. I'll come back through here on my way back because I have to go to the bank and I want to be back home by 12 o'clock because Magnolia needs to get to the airport. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. But anything that I get, as you guys see, I use gloves more so to protect my hands from glass. I hate getting glass in my hands, fingers, and for last week I've gotten glass in one of my fingers, this one, mess around with no gloves, and in my foot. And a quick hack also that worked for me, take baking soda, make a paste with water, and you only need a pinch. Oh man, I need to go to that bank. Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea, talking to y'all. Sorry y'all, I gotta go to the bank because I need some money for tolls. I have to edit this down because I've been talking to y'all 20 minutes already. Just answering those few questions. Isn't it a bank here? I thought this is a bank. It's not a bank. Why'd you have to go in Wawa? I thought it was a... I'll just go in Wawa. So let me get home real quick. I just wanted to come out to a couple of places. And as you can see, both of those bins were emptied. I think I may go to another place because they really... Another thing somebody asked me was when do I know? And you don't. I don't. Somebody even said that they were going to call their friend at a Burlington. Girl, don't let that girl lose her job now with you, because they're not going to tell you. Because technically they're supposed to throw it away and destroy it. By the grace of God, where I've been checking, they have not been destroying it. Sometimes I go and they destroy it, and sometimes I don't. There is no handbook to this. You just go and you check. You might be, perhaps because I'm in a area that I just say, I never really know what word to use. But perhaps it's just the area where I choose to do it. You know, if you're choosing to do it and everything is always destroyed or there's never anything there, switch up where you're going. Go to another town and do it. Perhaps your zip code, you know, ain't the type that throws away good stuff. But yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's 11:47. Okay, so yeah. Go ahead and put it on AM some kind of way.
Of course, being pro-life isn't really about...
And I'll put promo code. Yeah, so I like to put myself into a frame of, just relaxation. This morning I had a cup of tea, had a muffin. It's beautiful today. It's gorgeous today. I just want to relish in this day. I want to surround myself with positive. The negative is going to come, trust me. I say the same thing with YouTube. You're going to get the negative. That's a guarantee. But I just try to focus on the joy, on positive. I try not to even let it take a millisecond in my mind negative. Yeah. Like listening to some nice music like this, listen. Yeah, it just feels like a surprise, an awakening. How many of y'all like classical music? Let me turn this down. I don't know if you can get flagged for classical music or not. Yeah. Since this is a free find, I want to take y'all free finding with me. I would have just stopped at those two places. I would have gone in there and looked on the inside. But I won't. I want to find some free stuff today. And I'm just kind of showing y'all today the luck of the draw. Kind of a go with me. I won't ever be that type of person to take my camera with me like I did in the very beginning, because I just don't have the time. Today I'm actually out here kind of up against the clock, and a lot of people who do pull their cameras out where they are, dumpster diving bloggers, they work in a pair. They like teamwork. It's somebody actually holding the camera while the other person goes into the dumpster. I'm out here by myself to maneuver with my camera, the dumpster, making sure I look around, making sure I'm safe, making sure my car's safe, not trying to destroy my phone. It's just too much going on. So I choose not to do it. I think my earlier videos I would bring y'all with me. Yeah. And and it looks like I find a lot every time, but sometimes I don't. So you figure I've been out here. I've driven to 3 stores, and one store was totally empty. The other one, it was full, it was wet, but I didn't feel like that. The juice was not worth the squeeze. The Frugalnista is it's got to be quick in and out. I'm definitely not climbing in it's just too much, you know. Ain't nobody trying to break no bones. I know I'm not. It's not worth the squeeze to me unless it's something really, really good that I want, honestly. And I haven't seen anything worthy of me jumping in a dumpster that, you know, that has made me want to do that. So, yeah, so that's going to be cool. Yeah, I'm going to be back home by 12:30. Yeah. I want to be home by 12, but we'll be okay. My next place I'll take you off the mount and I'll show you what I see. Okay, I don't have my gloves on because it's too much again. But I just wanted to show you guys this. See, that's what I mean about it being worth the squeeze. That was full. It has to be on top and not wet. That could have very well been full of some great stuff, but again, we had rain last night, so all that was wet. Not to mention, y'all are with me. I didn't see anything except plastic. There are going to be some experienced dumpster divers that are going to say, well, Frugalnista, I would have just pulled that plastic out. Okay, well, that's good for you. And you probably would have got whatever was in there. But because I'm pressed on time, that's the main thing. Oh, please say this. Is he jumping? Can I get by? Yeah, I can get by. I'm pressed on time. I had the camera with me. It just, like I said, that juice was not worth the squeeze, so I left it there. But I want to show y'all what I do, and that to me is what I do. Now, if you decide to do it, you don't have the phone. You might be working with somebody who can go through, pull out those plastic bags real quick, put them back real quick. That's another thing. Make sure you clean up after yourselves. Don't, you know, where are all these brothers going in suits? I know y'all looking good. Nice looking young men. Dappered out. Made me lose my concentration. Anyway, make it cleaner than when you left, you know. Now those big bags that I showed you, they look like they blew from another trash bin, but sometimes I don't blame store managers for being upset when you leaving the outside of their facilities looking, you know, crazy. And where I go, it's basically all new construction places, guys. The outside of the store looks as good as the inside of the store. This place I'm getting ready to take you to now, this store hasn't been here more than a year. So where they keep the dumpster is nice and clean back there. So don't you go back there, you know, leaving it all nasty and dirty. So they have to clean it up. Yeah, so that ick factor, if you don't want to have the ick factor, don't even look at places that share a dumpster with stores that have prepared food. When I say prepared food, meaning like coffee shops that have bagels, where they make sandwiches, no. Because animals are smart. They're not trying to go into a dumpster that has all plastic when the store is just throwing away plastic and an occasional pizza box, when they know that the pizza place has food in it. So they're really smart like that. So you're not going to get a raccoon or a rat or anything like that fooling around with the trash that I go into, because they trying to eat. They're not trying to see what they can get for free, if that makes sense to you or not. But again, it's like convincing me to thrift. It's something that I have never done. I've gone into a thrift shop before, and I've gone in there for, like, I think when the girls were little, I remember buying a tea set because I had a tea party, so I wanted little teacups for the girls to drink out of. I remember buying that from a thrift store. What else have I ever purchased from a thrift store? But for me to go into a thrift store every week, that's just not cutting it. I mean, that's just not me, and I get it. So somebody probably feels the same way I feel about thrifting. I can watch you guys thrift and be like, wow, that's great. Sometimes you guys show me stuff that's brand new in a box. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But for me to go in, I just haven't had good fortune with thrifting. The prices, I think, are crazy. And when I go into a thrift store, no shade, I can find better deals, seriously, brand spanking new. Not for free either. I'm talking about with just me, with my, the way I shop, spending money. So I'm not trying to convince anybody to do this, just like nobody's trying to convince me to thrift. I get it. So y'all, a lot of you guys probably feel the same way I feel about thrifting. Ew, I would not do that. Ew, I wouldn't want to wear something that somebody else had on their person that I know about, But again, that's irrational thinking, because you, as a thrifter, you're probably saying, okay, well, girl, you trying on clothes and probably bought clothes that somebody else tried on. True. And irrational thinking to me, ooh, that door is open. I got to come back that way. Yeah, Pier 1's door is open. So we'll stop there. But see how I'm looking? I'm observing. I'm at work, okay? And just like me, irrational thinking, when somebody says to me, ew, you got that out of the trash? Yeah, I got it out of the trash, surrounded in a plastic bag or a box. And the only thing I did was take it out of the plastic bag that they put it in. So, yeah. Yep. So we're going to stop at this place, and then we're going to stop at that Pier 1, and then we're going to go home, because I got to get home before 12:30. It's 12:06 now. I really don't want to push it, because I want to make sure she makes her flight. Yeah, Magnolia is getting ready to head down to my old stomping ground, Miami. Yep. I wish I was going. And guess what? Her daddy is down there now. I told Magnolia, only you. Art has a conference down there. And she's going for it, like a 21st birthday. One of her best friend from high school. And when Art said, guess what? They changed the meetup place for our conference. It's going to be in Miami. And Magnolia went like, yeah. But it's going to be cute. Like I said, pray over your children. A lot of times, God is watching out for them, and Magnolia is good and grown. She's going to do what she's going to do. But how ironic is that her dad will be in Miami at the same time that she will be down there. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I hope they both have a good time. Art is already down there. But, yeah, hope they both have a good time. And I think Magnolia may not want to, but I think Art's going to try to meet up with her. But I got so tickled with that. I was like, leave it to you, Magnolia. You down in sunny Miami. And your dad's, I think, in the next hotel over. Yeah, so we're in the next place. Now, I usually find somewhere here. So I hope I find something. And if it's a day that we don't find anything, that's how sometimes it is, guys, So let's go to the back. And I probably won't put my gloves on again, because I'm holding y'all. And I don't feel like putting them on and holding y'all and turning around. And then I gotta, well, I might. Because I usually find something here. So what I'll do is just glove up, hoping that I find something. If I find something, I have to put y'all down. Okay? Again, most of the time when y'all see people vlogging their things. Now I see a truck here. I'm looking around. There's nobody back here. There's somebody here. I got to figure out what kind of store is right here, because I actually thought they closed. I thought they closed Best Bye Baby. So this is where I'm actually going to stop, but I'm going to go around front to see what the other store is, because I just saw the guy putting out trash. And I actually saw a guy checking that trash one day. So let me see what kind of store is that next door, where they put the Babies R Us. It used to, that's a PetSmart. Okay, I don't really need any pet food, so I won't be checking there. So I'm going to turn around. Let me turn around here. Oops. And go back around to the back. And I said I was going to take y'all with me, right? Yeah. In this place, I'll go this way because there's nobody in the store. Looking at it. I need to go on the inside of that store also. No, I don't. I find for free. I shouldn't ever buy anything, right, y'all? I still be buying. Yeah. So I'm gonna take y'all with me. That was a PetSmart. Yeah. I saw a guy there. He must check for pet food and stuff like that. And then these guys are working on the roof. A truck is coming by me here. And I'm looking in this car because I've never noticed a car sitting here before. So I'm just trying to pay attention. There's nobody in that car. What I'm gonna do is pull up here this time and go through the trees and see if I can find something. So I'll park right here. See, I have to take this off to do here. I'm trying with y'all. I'm trying. Y'all come on. And then my fingers don't work when I have these gloves on. Okay, that was emptied. Yeah, I usually always find something there, but they had just emptied it. And it was something with, oh, and look, y'all, the police just passed by. Yeah, that's y'all. See, talking about that, got all this stuff happening. Oh, they got their Christmas stuff up. So cute. Yeah, I just pulled away and there were the police. Uh-oh, and he's coming that way too. Okay, guys. Gonna go home. Yeah, but again, if you're doing it right, it takes seconds to do this. I've never run into anybody. Like I said, even talking about it, I know that's what bought that there. Y'all probably said, Frugalnista, no, it's not. He was just passing by. Whatever. Fooling around with y'all, even talking about it has put it in my space. In my realm. And then I'm not even going to talk about it anymore because that's enough of that. Because I was about to say something else, but whatever. Because I have one more place I want to stop, and I definitely don't want them to see me there, so I'm not even going to mention it. Yeah, so be careful the words and thoughts that you possess as a human being. With the key word being, you are a being that has the power of life and death. To me, in your possession. So, yeah. Be careful. That sure was the popo. Man, messing around with y'all. But yeah, it's 12:14. I got to get home. I'm going to stop. If the door is still open at that Pier 1, I'm going to peek in there real quick.
He's a rules guy. Yeah. Well, you don't cheat.
And you know what? It might be open because they must have just emptied it. Darn it, they just emptied it.
Who was also shot?
Let me look, y'all.
Robert. Did you know that he had another?
They just emptied it.
A person from New Jersey named Mary Jo Kopechne died in the bottom of the lake.
Oh well.
Wow. But then he
Oh
went
well.
on to a very successful
But y'all know what? I'm gonna stop at one more place. One more place. One more place just for y'all. But this was what happened. I'm kind of glad I saw this one. This is what happens sometimes. Sometimes you don't find anything. I've hit 5 different spots and they all were emptied. So that was a bust. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what other questions do I get. I think I answered about the online store. I really don't share that information with you guys. Thanks, but no thanks. That's another frequently asked question. Do I know the days? As you can see now, no, I don't know the days. It's just you check and you check often. Somebody said that they were going to call somebody, one of their girlfriends that work at a place. I wouldn't do that because I would want to put them in a situation to even be talking to you about this. You know, from watching me do it, that despite it being legal in my area, stores don't encourage us to do this. As a matter of fact, they discourage us from doing it, so much so that they will actually destroy the merchandise before they throw it away. So I wouldn't put my friend in a position to even be answering questions like that. Just check, and check often. And if you think it's going to be that easy, maybe because I haul a lot and you just say to yourself, oh, that's easy, well, I'm just going to get my girlfriend and ask her. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. Because you're putting her in a bad position to even answer you a question like that. It's kind of like, and then you'll say, and if she basically acts like, oh, we don't do that, we donate. Well, I know this girl named the Frugalnista, and showing, and then you'll show her my video, which I don't care. To me, a view is a view. But again, you're putting that person in a bad situation to even be asking that, especially since you know that they throw it away, and all you gotta do is go back there and check. Now, if you want them to tell you what time, exactly what day, yeah, girl, we throw it out on, Thursdays at 3 o'clock. I'll see you back there. I'll say hey to you when you come and get it. It's not gonna be, it's not that easy, okay? Yeah. A little bit warm here. It's nice out, but it's a little bit warm. Yeah, so what other question is there, Frugalnista? I didn't get the donate question this time. A lot of people are quick, especially when you're new to the channel. The first thing that hits your mind. Oh, I did get it with that hair video. Because especially if you don't know what you're talking about, you just, the first thing, and I guess if I didn't really know, because I've done research, the ins and the outs of even with donations, it's quick to say, well, you should do this and do this and do that. I would donate this to Locks of Love and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, believe it or not, Locks of Love is the worst. The worst. When I did my research about, even with women cutting their hair before, and this is me, this is just some hair I found in the dumpster. But even with women who have cut their hair and specifically want you to make a wig for a patient who has, a disease where they can't grow their own hair, be it cancer, whatever. Educate yourself, because a lot of the hair that's being donated is not even donatable. That Locks of Love has a very strict criteria for taking hair, first of all. B, don't think that you'll be giving it, they're giving hair, a wig away to a patient. No, they make it and they basically charge it. Okay, they charge the person. And C, they are the worst for not being forthright with what happens to the proceeds to be a charitable organization. And most charitable organizations, again, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's a business. Even though that's so sweet, the word Locks of Love is just the emblem, they just tug at your heartstrings, and you say charity and you say, nonprofit, and you just put in your head and you just go all willy-nilly and donate to something like that. They are the worst for donating hair, from the research that I have done. Another place I think is the worst is Goodwill, Well, and I guess if you it would make you feel better if you saw me donating, but then that would make you feel better, which has nothing to do with my charitableness. That has something to do with me feeling that need in you, which I'm not about that. I'm about doing what I feel is right. And one of the things that I feel is right is that even if you do it, I don't have to do a big grand video on showing me doing it. I don't even have to say it. As a matter of fact, my Bible teaches me not to say it. It teaches me to hide that portion, because for me, my reward comes from somebody who is more than you guys. The reward I'm looking for and the blessing that I'm looking for, it doesn't come from you. Because he basically tells me that. He tells me, well, if you're doing it just to be shown, then you get your reward for them people you're trying to show it to. If you're doing it because it's the right thing to do and that's what I command you to do, and you don't need a big audience to do it, you don't need the view count to do it, that's how I choose to do it. But if that's what you choose to do, that's fine. I've watched videos where other people have done that, but if that's what they want to do, that's good. Again, I think we all got little red wagons that we pull. You pulling that little red wagon don't have nothing to do with the Frugalnista pulling her little red wagon. Meaning, we all get through this life doing stuff the way we're going to do it. That's how I choose to do it. That's how I think I should do it. I'm not saying what you should do. I'm talking about me. And I'm not trying to... At first, it used to bother me because I was kind of saying to myself, oh, these people don't really know, and they just think. And then I just started thinking about, like, okay, again, do any of these people pay your bills, Frugalnista? Do they really matter? I appreciate them, the view. But when it all comes down to it, does it really matter what you think? No. No, it really doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, so that's another question I get, especially on, you know, and it's just a quick answer, because when I get people asking me about donations, and even people telling me to, well, you can send me that stuff and I can send it to my church, or I can take this stuff and take it to my church locally, and I know whatever, or I can take it to the organization that I deem necessary to, or I can take it and use it, or I can take it and sell it. That's my prerogative, okay? But the same people, I always throw it back. Why don't you take this information that I'm telling you, take your little red wagon, hitch it up to your being, and start looking for some free stuff just like I'm doing. So you don't have to worry about the Frugalnista sending you anything. You can take the information to me, which is just as valuable as the stuff and that I am hauling, the information, and do what I'm doing, and then hitch that wagon up to whatever charitable organization you want to hitch it up to. Yeah, I had one guy to actually get kind of mad at me. And I'm always leery when somebody tell me, God told me. Because the first thing I say, God talks to me just like he talks to you. And he has never had to have an interpreter. Well, God told me to tell you. Okay. Again, God know my number. He talks to me just like he talks to you. That is so leery of me. When I hear that, the God told me, the first I'm proceeding with caution. All kinds of red flags go up in my head. Like, okay, God told you too. Okay, all right, because he talking to me too. Yep, he talking to both of us. But he ain't never told me to tell somebody anything. He has never told me to tell somebody anything. Perhaps I don't have that calling. And matter of fact, he told me that only person I needed to come to I can go boldly before him is through his perfect son, Jesus Christ. Now, unless something didn't happen that I don't know about, ain't none of y'all his perfect son, Jesus Christ. So yeah, my red flags go all kinds of ways when I hear God told me. Okay. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I consider that seriously a form of blasphemy, honestly. You know, to me, you're taking the Lord's name in vain by even saying it. And then you're going to basically say he told you to tell me that? Oh, wow. Okay. Yep. But yeah, so you pull your little red wagon, the Frugalnista gonna pull hers to her best ability. Sometimes, stuff may fall out of it. I may have a flat tire. I may try to fix mine a different way than you fix yours. But again, this life is our little red wagon. I don't ask you to help me pull mine, and you can ask me to help you pull yours, and I'll do my best to help you. But when it's all said and done, that's your little red wagon. It's for you to pull. Yeah, so I'm almost at the house. Today was not a good free finding day, but it was a good day to talk to y'all. I'm glad kind of, it worked out this way. It proves to me that what I've been saying in my head all along is that negative begets negative. I do believe in the forces of what I speak, what I say, what I think being put out into the universe, and it having an effect because I'm a being of this universe. Yeah, that's getting real deep. The older I'm getting, the more and more I believe that. I really do. So, yeah, so it's time for me to put my little gloves away. Y'all have already seen me, you know, do what I do. If I do anything, I keep my little Clorox cleanup wipes with me, or I keep these little wipes with me. And even though I didn't... Did I touch the door? Yeah, I touched one of the doors today. Yeah, I touched one of the doors. But some of y'all, you know, the little Clorox cleanup wipes, they work wonders. I'm not the type that gets sick anyway, but if it helps, it just makes me feel better. If I take this little wipe, you know, I wipe down my hands first, and then, you know, I just wipe down my little steering wheel. It just makes me feel better, I guess. And now I don't even have a gear in the thing. I don't have a gear anymore. I just have push button, my little push button start. I kind of just, you know, wipe it down. Yep. And my little gloves. Just kind of wipe everything down. That's how I do it. And to be honest with you, to me, if you, I just keep attributing to something like thrifting. If you're able to thrift and not know where that stuff has been that you're about to bring into your house, I know you clean it. I know you do all of that. I take those same safeguards when I'm doing this. So I usually do the Clorox cleanup wipe. Y'all just saw what I did. I did my hands first, and then I kind of do around here. And then I do these last because these are from Dollar Tree. They're also antibacterial wipes. This is more or less to get the Clorox cleanup wipes off, because if I stop and get something to eat, this leaves a taste, you know. And you know, unless the best thing is soap and water. So I'm almost home, so I won't really use this, but I usually do one of these on my fingers again, and then do another wipe down. So that's how I kind of keep my car nice and, in my mind, sanitized. I might be doing it, you know, and it may not mean a hill of beans, but yeah, that's how I do it. Oh, I think I was telling y'all the story about how I got that mirrored table into my car. That same budget truck was there the day that those two cabinets were there. There was a black cabinet that had a lot of damage, but if I had had enough room, I would have taken it. The black cabinet, the glass was broke in the front of it, but the top of it was structurally still sound. It was much heavier for me to pick up. And the mirror cabinet that I got, which was on top, that truck was parked in front of the dumpster. And when it was parked there, I was like, oh yeah. And believe it or not, guys, that mirror cabinet, it wasn't that heavy, so I can pick it up in one clean swoop. I went and got my stool, stood on my stool, picked it up, stepped down, put it in my car, and I could do all of that because that budget truck was there. Yeah, and even if the truck wasn't there, I would have figured out a way to do that in under a minute. When we're talking about doing this, guys, you're not back there. Somebody worded it, you know, I seriously think that you saw how fast I went. If you're doing it the correct way, you know, you're in and out. You're not back there having a tea party. You open up, see what you got. If you decide to climb in and really investigate what you have, fine. But even in doing so with that, do it quick. And I don't mean going back there just, you know, again, I believe in energy. Walk back there, take your time, walk with confidence, think in your mind you're okay. If you see somebody from another store, people don't pay attention to you like that unless you back there seriously acting a fool. You know, I just look like wallpaper. Look at me. You see what kind of car I do this in. I'm not in some old raggedy jalopy. And if you are in an old raggedy jalopy, still do it. Just go back there and act like you got some sense. Not back there making a lot of noise. If somebody does come out there, don't be confrontational to those people. They're just doing their job. You know, if they called you Somebody scream out, "You a bum, get somebody." Okay, let them scream what they want to scream. That's them. That's their red wagon they're trying to pull. You know what your red wagon is. You're trying to get some free stuff. Pick up what you have. If you're in the midst of getting something, pick up what you have, put it in your car, and drive off. Okay? What they think about you does not mean anything about you. What somebody thinks about me, it has nothing to do with me. Okay? Yeah, so that's how I did that with that cabinet. Yeah. All right, guys, so I'm almost home. It is 12:42. I'm not hungry, but Magnolia should be in any minute if she's not already here with her pumpkin head self. So I'll probably turn the camera on when I see her. She'll be all right, though. Yeah. It's her first flight without us, but she'll be okay. Yep, she'll be okay. Yep.